Finding the right fishing lake is like searching for a secret fishing hole. It's exciting and full of possibilities. A little planning can make all the difference. Picking the best lake increases your chances of success. It also adds to the enjoyment. We'll discuss key things to think about. These will guide you to your ideal fishing spot. There's a lot to consider. First, decide what kind of fish you want to catch, then narrow down your options. Some lakes are known for trout, others are better for bass or catfish. Think about the time of year. Fish are more active at certain times. They prefer different water temperatures. Start researching lakes in your area. There are many resources available. We'll cover those later. For now, let's dive into the essential factors that determine a lake's fishing potential. Water clarity plays a big role in fishing success. It affects how well fish can see your bait. Clear water means more visibility. Fish can spot your lure or bait from a distance. This often calls for finesse techniques. You might use lighter lines. You could try natural-looking lures. This mimics the lake's insect life. On the other hand, murky or stained water can be advantageous too. It provides cover for fish. They feel less threatened. They might be more likely to strike. In these conditions, louder lures and stronger scents can be effective. They help to attract fish in low-visibility situations. Understanding the water clarity of a lake helps you choose the right gear. You can then tailor your techniques to the conditions. This increases your chances of a successful catch. Knowing your lake's clarity is essential. It's like knowing the rules of the game before you cast your line. The size of a lake is another important factor. Larger lakes provide more space for fish to spread out. They may require a bit more effort to locate fish, however they often hold a wider variety of species. Smaller lakes, while potentially easier to fish, may have limited populations. They might be more susceptible to fishing pressure. Consider your fishing style and preferences. Do you prefer exploring vast expanses of water? Do you enjoy the intimacy of a smaller lake? The answer will guide you towards the right size. It's also worth noting that even within a single lake, certain areas might be better for fishing than others. Look for inlets, outlets, and changes in depth. These are often fish hotspots. Don't be afraid to explore different sections of the lake. You'll gain a better understanding of its layout. You might just discover your own secret honey hole. Lake depth is more than just a number. It directly influences the types of fish present. It dictates their distribution throughout the year. Deep lakes provide a variety of habitats. They cater to both cold water and warm water species. Shallow lakes, while often warmer, might have less oxygen. This can limit the fish populations. Depth affects water temperature. Fish seek out specific temperature ranges. Knowing the depth contours of a lake can help you target certain species. In the heat of summer, for example, you might find cooler water in deeper areas. Fish often congregate in these thermal refuge zones. Understanding depth is crucial for using the right fishing techniques. You'll have to adjust your tactics. You'll need to change your gear. Deep water fishing often requires heavier weights. You might use specialized rigs to reach those depths. Shallow water fishing might involve lighter lines. You could try topwater lures to entice fish near the surface. By factoring in lake depth, you increase your chances of presenting your bait effectively. This significantly improves your odds of a successful catch. Section 5. Weedy wonders, vegetation, and fish habitat. Don't shy away from weeds. Aquatic vegetation is a sign of a healthy lake. It provides essential habitat. It offers protection for various fish species. Weeds offer shade. They serve as ambush points for predators. They attract insects. These insects become a food source for fish. Different types of vegetation attract different types of fish. Lily pads might harbor bass waiting to ambush prey. Submerged weed beds can be home to panfish. Crappies and bluegills love these areas. Look for edges and openings in weed lines. These are prime fishing spots. Fish often patrol these transitions. They search for an easy meal. When fishing around vegetation, use weedless or snag-resistant lures. This prevents your hook from getting caught. It saves you time and frustration. Consider using heavier lines too. This will help you muscle fish out of thick cover. By recognizing the importance of vegetation, you can unlock the secrets of productive fishing spots. You'll find yourself reeling in more fish in no time. Section 6. Researching your fishing paradise, online resources and apps. We live in a digital age. Information is readily available. Take advantage of this. Many online resources and apps can help you find the perfect fishing lake. Websites like FishBrain, Take Me Fishing, and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service provide valuable data. You can use them to plan your next fishing adventure. These platforms offer lake maps, fish species info, fishing reports, and weather forecasts. They allow you to filter your search. You can look for specific criteria. You might want to know about lake size. You could look up fish species. You might want to see boat ramp availability. This targeted approach saves you time and effort. It ensures you're headed to a lake that meets your needs. Mobile apps provide on-the-go access to this wealth of knowledge. You have real-time updates right at your fingertips. Some apps even allow you to record your catches. You can log your fishing trips. You can share your successes with friends. This digital aspect of fishing enhances the overall experience. It helps you become a more knowledgeable and successful angler. Section 7. Local intel tapping into fishing reports and forums. While online resources provide a broad overview, don't underestimate the power of local knowledge. Fishing reports and forums are invaluable resources. They offer real-time insights. You can get information on lake conditions. You can learn what the fish are biting on. Local tackle shops are excellent sources for up-to-date information. Their staff often have first-hand knowledge of the lakes in the area. They can offer recommendations for baits, lures, and techniques. They can also provide valuable tips on navigating specific lakes. Online fishing forums and social media groups dedicated to specific regions or lakes are also great places to connect with fellow anglers. Ask questions, share your experiences, gather as much information as possible. Local anglers can provide valuable tips. You can get advice on everything. They might tell you the best spots to fish. They may know the most effective baits to use. Tapping into this network of experienced anglers can significantly enhance your fishing success. It can make your overall experience more enjoyable. Section 8. Lake residents identifying common fish species. Knowing which fish species inhabit a lake is essential. It allows you to target them effectively. Different species have different habitat preferences, feeding habits, and responses to lures and baits. Some lakes are known for their trout fishing. These include rainbow, brown, and lake trout. They thrive in colder, well-oxygenated waters. Others might be base havens. Largemouth, smallmouth, and spotted bass are popular game fish. They prefer warmer water with ample cover. Panfish, such as bluegill, crappie, and perch, are abundant in many lakes. They provide excellent fishing opportunities for anglers of all skill levels. Research the most common fish species in the lakes you're considering. Understand their habits. This will help you select the right gear and techniques. Use lures that mimic their natural prey. Fish in areas where they are most likely to be found. By tailoring your approach to the specific fish you want to catch, you increase your chances of a rewarding fishing trip. Section 9. Scouting your spot, on-site observations for success. While online research and local intel are valuable, nothing beats first-hand observation. Before you cast your line, take some time to scout the lake. Look for visual cues that indicate fish activity. These might include surface activity like jumping fish, swirling water, or disturbances on the surface, which can indicate feeding fish. Bird activity is another good sign. Birds, such as herons and ospreys, often congregate near areas where bait fish are present, attracting larger game fish. Also look for structure, drop-offs, weed edges, submerged timber, or any other type of structure that provides fish with cover or feeding opportunities. Pay attention to the water conditions. Note the clarity, temperature, and current. These factors can influence fish behavior and dictate the most effective fishing techniques. By carefully observing the lake environment, you can make informed decisions about where to fish and what techniques to use. Section 10. Rules of the water, regulations, and permits. Before you start fishing, it's crucial to familiarize yourself with the local fishing regulations. Each state, and sometimes even specific lakes, have specific rules. These may include fishing seasons, as certain species may only be fished for during specific times of the year. There may also be size limits, with minimum or maximum size restrictions on the fish you can keep. Catch limits are another consideration, with limits on the number of fish you can keep in a day. Some lakes may also have gear restrictions, limiting the type of fishing gear allowed. Obtain any necessary fishing licenses or permits. These can usually be purchased online from local tackle shops or from state wildlife agencies. Following these regulations ensures the sustainability of fish populations. It helps to preserve the sport for future generations. Section 11. Final cast, recap, and tips for a rewarding fishing adventure. Finding the perfect fishing lake requires a combination of research, preparation, and a bit of luck. By considering factors like water clarity, lake size, depth, vegetation, and fish species, you can narrow down your choices. Utilize online resources, apps, and local fishing reports to gather valuable information. Remember to observe the lake environment, understand fish behavior, and adapt your techniques accordingly. Most importantly, be patient, persistent, and enjoy the experience. Fishing is not just about catching fish, it's about connecting with nature, enjoying the tranquility of the outdoors, and creating lasting memories. So, gear up, grab your fishing pole, and embark on an unforgettable fishing adventure. With a little planning and effort, you'll be well on your way to finding your perfect fishing spot and reeling in some impressive catches.